Hello everyone and Happy New Year. I wanted to start off the year with some tutorials. This first one is going to be about how to maintain locks 3 different ways in 2022, and I'll be going over interlocking, palm rolling, and crocheting. So these are 3 lock extensions that I attached, so stay tuned to see how I do the maintenance. The first technique I'll be doing is called interlocking. With this method, you basically create a chain link at the root with a crochet hook. I typically recommend this for smaller locks because it doesn't show the pattern as much. I'm going to begin by placing the end of the lock through the latch and pulling it through. This first lock is being rotated or latched going to the east. I place the crochet hook back into the root section, put the end of the lock in the latch and pull it through. That is south. This particular lock, for the sake of demonstration, I basically did a 2-point rotation, but it ends up being 4 in total. So I did 1 to the east, 1 south, another to the east, and now this last one will be going south. I typically follow a 3-point or a 2-point rotation. If there's a lot of new growth, I'll do 4 or 5 points. The main objective is to make sure that the lock is not going in the same direction. This will help to prevent holes or a Y where you can put your finger through it. The different rotations also helps to make the locks look more seamless at the root so it doesn't look like a braid. Interlocking is the preferred method for a lot of my clients who like to be able to wash their hair frequently or do scalp treatments. If you're someone that doesn't really like a more compact or firm lock, this method isn't for you. But if you want to have maintenance that lasts about 2 months without having to do frequent maintenance, this is a great method. Now, this next method is called palm roll, comb twist, or retwist. And I'm moistening the roots with our rose water, which can be purchased at MukissaLocks.com. You can do this method from freshly shampooed hair. You don't have to use gel, but I'm just showing you with this gel, which is alcohol-free, and it's a very liquid gel that washes really clean and doesn't cause buildup. So first step, I use rose water, and now I'm using the gel. I work the product through to make sure that the roots are completely moist because I'm gonna need this twist to set. So I'm showing you with my fingers, but I'll also show you with a comb. So I'm just swirling it around in the direction of hair growth, which is typically going in a clockwise direction. It's nice and smooth. And I keep smoothing it down, and then I'm going to secure it with a clip. Now, you can use a plastic clip, which I'm using here, which you could do multiple locks at one time, or you can use a metal clip or just twirl it around until it stays. Now, this next method, I've done it with a comb. I'm basically just twirling it with the comb, and any excess hairs or bulge, I just wrap with my fingers, and it serves the same purpose. So you could literally just do this with your fingers, you could do it with your palms, or you could do it with a comb. Of course, with your fingers or your palm will be a lot faster, and you clip it in place. Palm rolling has to be dried in order for it to set, and once that's done, you have your maintenance. Now for this next technique, I will be doing crochet. For crochet, you are going to need a crochet needle. The one that I'm using is 0.75 millimeters. And I'm just showing you the beginning step, which I'll take the excess hairs from the roots. The person will have a lot of new growth, so you'll have excess hairs to work with. Take the roots, the little string that I just had, wrap it around, push your crochet needle through, wrap those loose hairs around your needle, and then pull that through the lock. This is going to create the foundation or the base and prevent me from needing to do the crochet technique so close to their roots. Now, I'm going to use the needle to go back and forth, and you can't really see too much because the needle is very tiny, but there's a little hook at the end of this needle. As I'm rotating the needle and pushing it through the base of the lock, it kind of pulls the hairs on the outside and brings it towards the core. And this creates a lock, similar to how you would do if you were starting from scratch with instant locks, or how we would do our attachment for lock extensions. Taking the hairs from the outside, bringing it to the core, not really pulling the needle out all the way, and this helps to create a firm and stable lock. Now, the beginning step with the small string that I wrapped around, that helps me to prevent myself from needing to go so close to the roots because it can be kind of uncomfortable. Your main objective is to basically make the roots look neat without causing any discomfort or as little discomfort as possible. So you can do the string technique just to make the roots look a little bit more neat so you don't have to go so close, and then continue to crochet as you go down. Now, maintenance with crochet typically is more beneficial for people who want more of a free form look, with maintenance about every 3 to 4 months. I don't recommend this for people who need to have more frequent maintenance, which is typically anywhere from 3 to 8 weeks. This hair can be washed. It does puff up, but it doesn't come completely undone like palm rolling. I was just indicating here, you don't want to use the needle kind of like juking it, as we call it, or stabbing it going towards the root. You want to make sure that you kind of go horizontal or downward with your motions so that you don't pull the root. Here I'm placing my crochet needle through the root and showing that there should be some space for the needle to go through. That means it's not too close, and that should definitely be comfortable for the client. So those are my 3 methods that I typically use. So we have interlocking on the left, in the middle is palm rolling, and on the right is crochet. Please let me know in the comment section below which is your preferred method. I think all of them have great qualities. They can produce a really beautiful lock, a great well-maintained lock journey, but it really does depend on the client. So if you have someone that likes to wash frequently without having to worry about what to do with their hair in between, I recommend interlocking as long as the locks are small. And if they have coarse natural hair, palm rolling is usually great for everyone, but if their hair is kind of on the straight side or curly, usually it doesn't really stay that long. And crochet can actually be used for all hair textures. And this one is great for people who like to go longer in between maintenance. With all of them, you can wash your hair, but with crochet maintenance, it really does just look like a lock from the root, and it lasts a really long time. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great day. Bye.